This is the Drum Workshop 14x5.5 concrete snare, and this was launched earlier this year at the NAMM show along with the 14x6.5" version. Now what I'll do is I'll give you a brief rundown of some of the features of this drum, and then I'll play it on the kit as well. Starting off with the hoops, you've got true hoops on the top and bottom. These are basically very thick triple flanged hoops, and for me personally, this is the first Drum Workshop drum I've actually played with true hoops on. The other DW drums that I've played in the past have had the normal thinner triple flanged hoops on, and I think these really do actually add a lot to the sound. They make it a lot thicker, and it also makes the drum feel more sturdy to play as well, which I really quite like. You've got also a relatively new feature, which is the mag lock, and if you haven't seen this before, it's basically it's the new mechanism that Drum Workshop have created, and it's held in place with a magnet there. So that's all very smooth, as you'd probably expect, and it's also quite quiet as well. And you've got the tension knob for the actual snares on the bottom there. It's a 10 lug drum, and just flipping it over briefly, this is something else that is fairly new from Drum Workshop, and as far as I'm aware is unique, and that's the adjustable butt plate there. So you can adjust the position of the wires in terms of where they are to the head. So you've got fully off, you've got half on, and fully on. And again, that means that you don't have to play around with the actual tension of the wires whilst you're playing a song if you happen to like to flip them, the wires on and off when you're playing in a song. Moving to the shell, as I said, it's a concrete shell. You might think that by the nature of it being stone, or it would actually be relatively a rough sort of to the touch, but it's actually not. It's really quite smooth. As you can also see, it's not just one colour. There's grey and a sort of white there, and I'd imagine that again, due to the very nature of how the drum shell would be created, that they are probably all fairly unique in that sense. So you can have a look at that there. Flipping the drum over, you've got the True Tone wires, the Drum Workshop True Tone wires there. The bearing edge is actually quite a sharp one, along there and along here, and also the snare bed. The snare bed goes from about there to there, and it's actually a relatively deep one. It's quite noticeable. It's not a gradual snare bed like certainly some of the other Drum Workshop drums that I've played in the past. So that's the basic features of the drum, and what I'll do now is give it a go on the kit.